These are 7 categories of used cars that could drain your bank account and leave you stranded on the side of the road. While the average used car costs around $26,000 according to Cox Automotive, choosing the wrong vehicle could cost you thousands more in repairs, maintenance, and depreciation over just a few years. Let me walk you through the 7 types of used cars you should absolutely avoid, backed by industry data from Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, and automotive experts who've analyzed millions of vehicles. I'll also show you how a proper pre-purchase inspection and understanding of vehicle history reports can protect your investment. Some vehicles are simply engineered poorly from the start, and no amount of maintenance can fix fundamental design flaws. Consumer Reports recently unveiled their list of 60 used cars to avoid, and certain models consistently appear at the bottom of reliability rankings year after year. Take the Fiat 500 for example. Consumer Reports ranks it extremely low for dependability, while RepairPal reports frequent maintenance problems that plague owners throughout the vehicle's life. The mechanical issues aren't just inconvenient, they're expensive. Finding parts for Fiat vehicles in the United States becomes particularly challenging since the brand doesn't have a large dealer presence or repair network here. The Jeep Renegade presents similar problems. Despite sharing a platform with other Fiat models, J.D. Power rates it poorly for dependability, and Consumer Reports cites frequent mechanical issues that owners face. The high maintenance costs and reliability concerns completely outweigh any benefits the vehicle might offer. Perhaps most concerning is the Chrysler 200, which Kelley Blue Book reports has devastatingly low resale values. Owners frequently report excessive oil consumption and transmission failures, 2 of the most expensive problems you can face with any vehicle. The costly repairs combined with low owner satisfaction make this sedan a financial nightmare for used car buyers. Continuously variable transmissions, or CVTs, sound great in theory. They provide smooth acceleration and better fuel economy. But Nissan's implementation between 2012 and 2019 created one of the automotive industry's biggest reliability scandals. Here's the shocking reality. Canada's Automobile Protection Association found that since 2010, Nissan's CVT transmission failure rate during the warranty period and shortly after reached nearly 6%. That means roughly 1 in every 17 Nissan vehicles experience transmission problems within just a few years of ownership. Consumer Reports published data showing that out of the top 10 cars with the most transmission problems, 5 of them are Nissans. The CVT issues typically appear after vehicles hit 60,000 to 100,000 miles, often due to overheating, fluid degradation, and mechanical stress that the transmission simply can't handle. The financial impact is devastating. CVT replacement costs in markets like Taunton, Massachusetts range between $3,500 and $5,000, depending on the model. That's potentially 20% of your vehicle's entire value gone in a single repair. The problems became so widespread that Nissan faced a class action lawsuit over CVT failures in their Altima, Rogue, and Sentra models from 2013 to 2018. While a properly maintained transmission should last 100,000 miles or more, Nissan's CVTs were failing at rates 30% higher after 80,000 miles compared to traditional automatic transmissions. Luxury vehicles promise prestige and performance, but they deliver financial pain that can last for decades. Consumer Reports' Stephen Alec puts it bluntly. The difference to maintain a car, on average, between some brands can be thousands of dollars over a 10-year time frame. This is why many buyers consider certified pre-owned or CPO programs from luxury brands, which can offer some warranty protection but still carry higher long-term costs. Let's look at the numbers. The most expensive brands to maintain over 10 years tell a sobering story. Land Rover tops the list at $17,450 in total maintenance costs. That's $5,560 in the first 5 years and another $13,900 in the following 5 years. Porsche drivers face $16,000 over the same period, while Mercedes-Benz owners spend $13,100. Compare that to the most affordable brands. Tesla owners spend just $50 over 10 years, Lincoln drivers pay $5,200, and Buick owners face only $5,300. The difference between owning a Land Rover versus a Tesla over a decade exceeds $12,000, enough to buy another reliable used car. RepairPal data shows even starker annual differences. While the average repair cost across all cars reaches $652 per year, Porsche owners face $1,623 annually. Honda owners, by contrast, pay just $428 per year, nearly 4 times less than Porsche. The reason luxury manufacturers often struggle with reliability is simple: they roll out new technology first. By the time technology reaches mainstream cars, the bugs have usually been worked out. When you buy a used luxury vehicle, you're inheriting all those early adoption problems at a fraction of the original price, but the repair costs remain just as expensive. Some cars lose value so rapidly that you'd be better off lighting your money on fire. At least that would keep you warm. The depreciation champions represent some of the worst financial decisions you can make in the used car market. The Tesla Model S exemplifies this problem. By year 3, it's worth only 35% of its original value. That's $31,200 remaining from an original MSRP that's dropped 65% in just 36 months. Electric vehicle technology changes so rapidly that yesterday's cutting-edge EV becomes tomorrow's technological dinosaur. Maserati vehicles present an even more dramatic depreciation disaster. According to iSeeCar's analysis, the Maserati Levante depreciates roughly 55% in just 12 months, losing $56,100 in a single year. The Maserati Ghibli loses an average of 64.7% of its value over 5 years, resulting in $70,874 in lost value. Jaguar models follow similar patterns. The Infiniti QX80 loses almost half its value after just 1 year of ownership, while the Jaguar I-Pace loses more than 72% of its value after 5 years, according to iSeeCar's data. As auto expert Chris Pyle notes, every day you own an electric car, the distance you can travel drops a few tenths of a percent. Electric vehicles now lose 58.8% of their value after 5 years, compared to trucks and hybrids that only lose about 40%. In 2024 alone, 347,000 cars in the United States suffered flood damage. Yet many of these vehicles are being resold without proper disclosure to unsuspecting buyers. Consumer Reports chief mechanic John Ibbotson warns, avoid vehicles with signs of deep water exposure even if a vehicle looks acceptable and may be working when you inspect it. The scope of this problem is staggering. Tropical storms from June through August 2025 damaged 45,000 cars, but an astounding 482,000 water-damaged cars returned to the road in 2025. These flood-damaged vehicles don't stay in the states where they were damaged. Many are shipped across the country to markets where buyers might not think to check for water damage. Many of these vehicles end up with salvage titles or rebuilt titles, but unscrupulous sellers may not disclose this critical information. Water damage creates problems that can take months or years to surface. Electronics, lubricants, and mechanical systems all suffer when exposed to floodwater. Corrosion slowly works its way through the car's vital electronics, including airbag controllers, potentially creating safety hazards that won't appear until long after your purchase. This is why a comprehensive vehicle history report and professional pre-purchase inspection are essential before buying any used car. The financial impact extends beyond repair costs. Insurance companies often total flood-damaged vehicles because the long-term reliability issues make them essentially worthless. When you unknowingly buy a flood-damaged car, you're purchasing someone else's total loss. More than 1 in 4 vehicles on U.S. roads, totaling 72.7 million cars, carry at least one open recall. NHTSA reports that in 2025, over 30 million vehicles were recalled due to nearly 1,000 separate issues. Some manufacturers and models are particularly recall-prone, creating ongoing safety and reliability nightmares. Chrysler led recalls in 2024 with 72 separate recall orders affecting 4.59 million vehicles. Tesla followed with 4.44 million vehicles recalled. Though many Tesla recalls are fixed through over-the-air software updates, Ford recalled 4.36 million vehicles across 67 different recall campaigns. Individual models can be particularly problematic. The 2020 Mercedes GLE had 11 separate recalls for issues ranging from electrical system software to electrical wiring and body panel problems. When a single model year requires double-digit recalls, it signals fundamental quality control issues during manufacturing. The financial burden of recalls falls on owners when warranties expire. While manufacturers must fix recall items for free initially, related problems that develop later often become the owner's responsibility. When manufacturers discontinue models, the long-term ownership cost can become astronomical due to part scarcity and limited repair expertise. The Dodge Dart exemplifies this problem perfectly. It has a documented history of durability issues, but Dodge discontinued the model after 2016, making replacement parts increasingly difficult and expensive to find. The Fiat 500L finished in last place in wagon rankings due to its unsettled ride, disappointing fuel economy, low-rent materials, and uncomfortable seats. But beyond these immediate problems, finding parts and qualified technicians becomes nearly impossible as the model ages and the dealer network shrinks. Jake Fisher, Senior Director of Auto Testing at Consumer Reports, notes that consumers tell us they prioritize factors such as reliability and safety when shopping for a car. But when it comes time to buy, very often a car's styling or its image tips the decision. This emotional decision-making leads buyers toward discontinued models that look appealing but create long-term ownership nightmares. The average car repair costs around $838 according to Cox Automotive, but when parts are scarce for discontinued models, even minor repairs can cost thousands due to the time required to locate components and the premium pricing for rare parts. With new car prices averaging nearly $50,000 and used cars around $26,000, avoiding these 7 categories of problematic vehicles is crucial for your financial well-being. The most reliable brands according to J.D. Power's 2025 study are Lexus, Buick, Toyota, Chevrolet, and Cadillac, vehicles that prioritize long-term dependability over short-term appeal. Remember Stephen Ellick's advice from Consumer Reports. If you are considering a luxury model, it may be wise to purchase one from a domestic brand that may have lower maintenance and repair costs. The difference between choosing wisely and choosing poorly can literally be tens of thousands of dollars over the life of your vehicle. Your car is likely your second largest purchase after your home. Don't let styling or image cloud your judgment when the data clearly shows which vehicles will serve you reliably and which ones will drain your bank account. Choose wisely, research thoroughly, get a pre-purchase inspection from a qualified mechanic, and avoid these 7 categories of used cars that the industry data warns against.